Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to create some Rust skins. This first tutorial will be about setting up your environment, setting up a few programs that you got to use. Today we're going to be using Photoshop, Unity Engine, and of course Steam. So the first thing you want to do is to download the Rust SDK. So we're going to hover over our library here, and we're going to go to Tools right here. We're going to search for Rust. We're going to install that. I'm not going to walk you through installing these things. They're fairly simple. This is just like any other Steam game. So once you install that, just leave it for now. We're going to hop over to our web browser. Here, we've got unity3d.com. Something's happening there. What we want to do is get Unity now. This is what we'll be building the skins in. This is what manages the model. We can use this to preview and submit the skin. Unless you've got a Pro or a Plus plan or an Enterprise plan already, we're just going to use the free one. So you want to click download now, run the .exe, it gives you, install it. I'm not going to walk you through that. It's simple. Then we're going to go to Adobe Creative Cloud. If you've already got an account, you've got a plan, you already know how to install Photoshop and whatnot. If you don't, you just want to go to free trial. You want to create an account after clicking download trial for Photoshop. Wait for it to load. And then you want to go through this and sign up for an Adobe ID. It'll give you a download, install Photoshop through the Adobe Creative Cloud interface. So what we're going to do next, that's basically all your programs installed. You won't need anything else. We're going to double click or right click and play game on our Rust SDK. That'll launch it. It's just a .bat that opens a folder. It's in your Steam apps folder, wherever you installed it. Make sure you install the Rust SDK where you've got Rust installed, or it won't be able to access some of the stuff it needs. I know this is true of the Counter-Strike SDK, as you can see here. It may or may not be true for the Rust SDK. So this doesn't really do much at the moment. What you want to do is you want to go to your Unity. Wait for it to load, it takes a little while. Okay, this is the Unity start page. Basically this is where you're able to open projects. This is where you'll see Rust SDK after you open it for the first time. It'll just be recent projects. For now though, we'll go to open. Navigate to wherever you had the Rust SDK installed, and you'll see the Rust SDK folder. Under your Steam apps, common, scroll down to Rust SDK, select folder, and that will open that. Takes a little while to load. So it turns out I completely forgot to mention anything about movement in Unity. It's standard game controls for moving around, but you've got to do it while holding right click, so WASD. To look around, you have to hold right click and move your mouse. It won't work normally. I'm pressing the WASD keys at the moment. You don't move. You have to do it while pressing right click. Okay, now we're in the Rust SDK. Yours will look a little different to mine because you won't have any of this stuff loaded yet. What you'll want to do is you'll want to go to Assets. You'll want to go to your skins folder. If you haven't got one, just make one. You'll want to go Assets, Create, Workshop Item, select which item you want it to create. We'll start with a beanie this time. Let's call it the beanie. Beanerino. Create. Wait for that to load, and that'll give you this folder. To view the beanie, you want to click on Meta. You want to preview and scene. I'll just cut out the bit where it shows is, this is your beanie on the player model. If you want it to view it without the player model, which I'll be doing, you just click on the player model, delete. Whoops, don't want to delete that just yet. Delete the feed, and there, we're left with just the beanie. So to test if your Photoshop is working, what you'll want to do is you'll want to click on diffuse. This is the texture. You'll want to double click on it, and it should open Photoshop for you. Now that Photoshop's loaded, you'll see we have the beanie texture right here. To test this is working, we're just going to quickly paint over it. Select a slightly larger brush. Whoops. Yep, that's working. We're going to control. I'm just going to put this on a new layer for now. I'll teach you how to do all that next tutorial. Control Shift S to save as. You want to select TGA so it saves as a TGA. You want to replace it. Okay. Now we're right to close this. Don't worry about saving it just yet. We're just testing it. And now when Unity loads again, we'll see our smiley face is poorly drawn onto the model. That's how you set it up. And we're done for this tutorial. Okay guys, just before I go, I don't really care about you subscribing or liking or commenting or anything at the moment. It's just a tutorial, feel free to use it. But what I would like you to do, if you feel like up to it, I would like you to go to my workshop somewhere. Have a look at my skins. You don't have to vote on them. Scroll down though. You can either view my workshop or you can create my content creators and appreciators group. If you're watching my tutorial, you'll probably be a prospective content creator. So in this group, it's very small at the moment. There's 4 people. You know, nothing's going on. But if we get some more people, I'll be producing tutorials for the group. I'll be helping people out with stuff. I'd love to see your creations, especially if you followed these tutorials in creating them. Thanks.